Yep.
So, let's throw a hypothetical and say that we have open access to the world of darkness all the way back in back cover. Or something similar to such.
You know my theory, and I still feel like it fits.
Well, I mean, how would you have it if, it wasn't existing yet?
You didn't, but you watched it happen.
Correct. Which means that you had it after.
Right.
Which would be the point.
Okay. I'm following now.
Yeah.
So, let's say Mom doesn't know the future because of the Keyblade, but instead knows the future because he's lived it.
As you just said.
Who's Mom? In that theory. Luciu.
Mm-hmm.
Because Luciu is the only individual that is not handed a guide to the life he's about to live. Mom disappears, Luciu runs off, takes his box with him, watches the Keyblade War happen, and an event occurs. Now, let's talk about another hypothetical that goes into that whole heart of the world thing. Now, every world has a heart, right?
Yes.
The whole point of the game is that we're after Kingdom Hearts, right?
Hmm.
Let's hypothetically
What
say...
is Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, what is Kingdom Hearts is the question.
That has never been stated.
That has never
Yes,
been
it
stated.
has.
Not.
No, they've stated it, but they didn't retcon those later.
Well, yes, but we've had 2 Kingdom Hearts, well, 3 Kingdom Hearts if you want to count VBS. We've had a lot of Kingdom Hearts on screen, but all 3 of those Kingdom Hearts are not Kingdom Hearts.
I just like
None of them.
I just like to point out, if you abbreviate Birth by Sleep, you have BS in there. Just throwing that out there.
BS boys.
Kingdom Hearts BS.
But none of them are actually Kingdom Hearts. Because Kingdom Hearts is going to be the heart of all worlds. Collectively. Which means that Kingdom Hearts is going to be the heart of the world that connects every world together.
Something unreasonable theory.
Well,
If you know anything about X Unchained or X back covers,
back cover. One of the very
story.
first things stated is that there's the light that protects Daybreak Town, or that world, is Kingdom Hearts.
Hmm.
And what do the Hearts of Worlds do?
Thanks, but I'm fine.
A number of things.
They protect their world,
Yep.
correct.
implying that Kingdom
And you're
Hearts
supposed to be?
is literally the heart of Daybreak Town. Daybreak Town is every world.
However the fuck that works.
You know one
Worlds were more like islands.
Yeah.
You basically could travel to every world on foot.
For example, if you take this game for a
Looks like we have a friend in common.
prime
He's
point,
Megara.
how do you get from world to world? You travel through a sea of darkness in a gummy ship.
Yep.
How do you get to the world of darkness?
That one's still vague.
Well, what's one way?
Through a door, darkness.
No, when a world dies.
When a world dies, it literally becomes a portal into the world of darkness.
So let's hypothetically say that because an event that happens, that results in the light completely disappearing from everything, that the connection to all worlds fell to darkness. So if you're following, you probably could guess what Sean's current theory is.
I think I'm starting to grasp the.
The world of darkness is what's left of Daybreak Town. Because what happens when a world falls? Where does it go? it goes to the world of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that falls goes to the world of darkness. Where does Roxas come from?
World
Where's
of
the
Darkness.
first place we see him? Is in the world of darkness. I don't know what those implications are, but whatever.
The dog got something we talked on in another commentary. Like, when we got to Olympus Coliseum in Chain of Memories, we were talking about the PS4 God of War, because it was still relatively new at the time. By now it's old enough to don't really care about spoilers, but the game does flat out confirm that there are other pantheons in that world, and that Kratos did all the events of the previous series.
That game literally confirms that, as far as we're concerned, Zeus went to Norseland.
Yeah, basically.
Uh-huh.
You know, I watched an entire play. I'm watching a playthrough of that game, and as far as I'm concerned, that game, I'm perfectly fine with that game now.
Anyway,
And I thought it would be a stupid thing for such thing, but that game actually handles that entire process very well. To the point that it basically says that, we don't know how, but Kratos basically found a way to travel between realms, and because he traveled between realms, he literally popped in Norseland.
Yep.
anyway, so my theory is that since the world that was every world fell, it became what is the world of darkness. Meaning that when something falls in darkness, it just goes back to where it's supposed to be. And that is because its heart fell.
How many times have we been to Destiny Island since KH1?
Wait, you mean in gameplay?
Mm-hmm.
There's only one game.
Two.
Oh, two. Chain of Memories and Recoded.
And one of those is
Well,
a vast
Sean,
video game.
technically, kind of
Aqua
3D,
is sitting on the shore
but
of Destiny Island
not
in
really.
the world of darkness.
Oh, well, yeah.
Destiny Island fell to darkness at the start of KH1.
but then it came back.
When? It's never come back.
What do you mean?
Chain of Memories might as well be it's a memory of the world.
Kyrie's there right now, though.
Well, I don't know. We've talked about that. Kyrie's in the city overlooking an island. I don't know what the fuck
whole
that
world,
is.
though.
So, remember when you beat Kingdom Hearts?
When you beat Kingdom Hearts 1, you put all the worlds back.
Okay.
Because you opened Kingdom Hearts.
John beat me to it. John beat me to saying it. The world is restored. It's not missing. Swords.
But it
So
wasn't-
what's happening in that cutscene then?
What do you mean?
What's happening in what cutscene?
I'm gonna go rewatch that game.
You mean the end of Kingdom Hearts 2? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
The end of Kingdom Hearts 1?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about the cutscene that Aqua is sitting on the shore of Destiny Island.
Oh.
No, that's just
What
the world
happens in
of
that
darkness.
cutscene? Because yes, what you're saying is right. Correct? What you're saying is right.
Yeah.
But if what you're saying is right, doesn't that mean that if what I'm saying has any merit? That Destiny Island is literally disappearing with Aqua sitting on it?
I don't think that is Destiny Island. I think that's just a beach in the world of darkness.
I mean,
It's a confusing
it could be a
mess.
beach in the world of darkness. As far as I'm concerned, there's a random fucking beach in the world of darkness that apparently everybody sits on.
I mean, I don't know why. I don't see why it's hard to believe. I mean, it could just be a part of Daybreak Town.
Because at that point, there's no proof saying that worlds go to the world of darkness.
Yes, there is.
What?
Point 2.
Where?
Well, you
All
go-
we have is Daybreak Town. at that
No.
point.
In point 2, you go to the Three Princesses' castles.
Yeah, and they're warped and distorted. They're in there.
And there's all. I mean, unless you want to say
are the
that
three
those
castles
truly
you're
are
going to?
illusions based on Aqua's heart, created by the world of darkness, I would still say that's valid.
You like parkour around.
Because part of my whole thing is that I also think that the world of darkness is essentially like a big sleeping world.
Jeez Louise. Oh, they're nothing but trouble, the whole lot of them. So,
How did Pete get into
That is-
hell?
that is-
Oh wait, I don't have
That
to
is
ask
why
that.
time is different in the World of Darkness.
Pretty soon the underworld's gonna be standing room only. See?
Because apparently
Why don't
sleeping
you just
hearts
pick
don't
somebody
age.
already dead and save him the trouble.
Like we said, the whole story is a convoluted mess now, and it just makes you question.
But it makes. Unfortunately, there
It
are
makes-
still aspects about it that mostly make sense.
And
I
yeah,
didn't say you didn't make sense.
There are certain things that are still anomalies that I cannot figure out. That we could probably put theories to, but never actually have proven.
like we're in an underworld right now, and there are Heartless down here. So are these the Heartless of dead people, or are these the Heartless we've killed? Yeah, this should have been full of Kingdom Hearts 1 Heartless. They had a prime fucking opportunity there, and they missed it.
What do you mean? Isn't that what the arena is?
But we're now in the underworld, so this should have had Dead Heartless from the first game in it. You
No,
had a
it's just
prime-
Heartless that exists in the world.
I think if we think about that too much,
I think
We gotta
that
think
we
about
need,
Heartless
I think that we need to come to the conclusion of the fact that fucking Leon and Yuffie and everybody else get in a fucking gummy ship and travel all the way here just to fight you in a tournament.
I've questioned that for years.
I mean, if we want to get that question, it goes back to my consistency question with Final Fantasy.
Again, I don't know what you mean,
Orin's
man.
here,
I don't know what you mean.
but Titus is over there chilling on the island, still
I
like
don't know what you mean.
13 years old.
I don't know what you mean, man. We needed a clown.
I know.
We got a clown.
No, I know why Orin is here. Why is Orin here?
Why Orin is here is why Orin is
No!
here isn't a question that we need to ask.
Well, that's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
it is.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
Is that that's all those are the questions that don't need to be asked.
Which is funny because of how like Orin being here actually does fit Orin's character from.
But it doesn't fit.
He said-
it does not
he
fit
said-
Kingdom Hearts canon.
He said this earlier before we came over here,
Because
and I was like, I mean, man, you know, it's one of those things that you
Guess-
just sit there and you're like, we don't need to know why Orin is here. He's just here.
no, it's
Anyway.
because
Anyway,
The world's deepest dungeon. This time I'm bringing out the mother of all bad guys.
as for why I believe Ventus to be Luciu, is that essentially Ventus had, in order, the Master of Masters is most likely just the heart form of Luciu from the future. Because apparently when you time travel, you go into heart form. And you can interact with people. Because the robed dude who talks to Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 is not Ansem.
hey, look, it's the best thing to come out of Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X was the best thing to come out of Final Fantasy X.
No,
Let's
Yes.
cut to the chase. Here's
It's
the
the best
No.
Final Fantasy.
I let you out of the slammer. No
we don't
string.
talk about 10-2.
We don't
do.
talk about 10-2.
Do
I mean, 10-2 from what I understand is a
And
good
all for
game,
one
but
little
it has an
job.
awful story.
Hercules.
Apparently, the gameplay is goddamn amazing.
Just
It's
like
just
the first 10.
10 is perfect all around.
This is
No, its story is bad.
No, his story's amazing.
Part of it.
why is
And
he
its
here?
questions, and its questions have answers. Unfortunately, it has abusable answers that they abuse in 2.
No wonder no one wants to die.
Why is Orin here?
10 is perfect. 10 is the best Final
Wait.
Fantasy.
When did 10-2 come out?
Yes.
Fight.
Ooh. Ow. Jesus.
Because I think Orin might be here purely to promote 10-2.
Oh, no.
No.
10-2.
10-2 came out way before this.
10-2.
I think 10-2 was out before 1.
That's it.
So, like, they were both, like, 2002,
You
basically?
wanna know how you wanna know how you beat people up, ladies and gentlemen?
See,
You do a jig and then you throw fire at them.
heroes are zeros.
And you say, huh, that's it.
Go now.
But I've got to talk to Hades.
What was that?
Oh man.
Can't fight him here.
This story is just a convoluted mess.
It is convoluted, but most of it makes sense. I can't remember what was on our list of things we never got answers for.
But
to basically point to why all of what we're saying is the thing that does need to be said. Sora is the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 3 because Roxas / Ventus is Luciu. Why?
Don't count on it.
Because Luciu is the betrayer.
Leaving so soon?
And the general sense is that Luciu is just the betrayer in terms of X back cover because he is literally the betrayer. He is the reason why all of that occurs. Because they are too skeptical about who is the traitor and they don't realize that Luciu is the one that is against all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it could be deeper than that. To the point that instead, Luciu is not just the traitor to them. Luciu is the traitor to the Master of Masters. Which means Luciu somehow is Ventus, and that Ventus' whole purpose is to stop the Master of Master, who is Sora, from doing whatever it is he wants to do.
You are treading a very, very fickle road here.
Yeah, I don't know if I fully agree with that.
I feel like by the time, like,
I believe. Well,
by the time this actually goes
part of my
out,
problem with Ventus is the fact that Ventus existed. Ventus should be older than Xehanort.
I feel like
You're
by
correct.
the time this
Ventus was around before Xehanort.
I feel like by the
The
time
only way that any of that could make sense is that if Daybreak Town is the world of darkness, that means that immediately after the Keyblade War and the fall of Daybreak Town, turning it into the world of darkness, Luciu stays there.
And just hangs out in the...
Luciu
Well, he
then
helps-
stays there for
he
whatever
helps-
time.
Well, he helps the Dandelions because he's in Kingdom Hearts Key Unchained,
Yes. That's why he's
but
doing
he
whatever.
doesn't have memories of doing any of that
Correct.
by birth by sleep.
Correct. But if Luciu is going to, but if Ventus is Luciu, that literally means that Ventus' whole purpose is to be the betrayer. And in the grander scheme of things, he actually, in reality, betrayed no one. Because he was not involved in any of the things that any of the other 5 people were doing. The other 5 people killed themselves.
Basically.
No, I'm no hero.
But
And
that's
it just so happened that he killed one of them because, you know, he was standing there and they found him and they looked at him and they said, "You're the betrayer," and he said,
My name.
anyway. That's
and they got to fight and he had to kill him.
That's also how I figured out what's in the box.
It seems we were fated to.
Brian was
Maybe you need a
taken
guardian.
aback by my statement when I said I know what's in the box.
Guardian? Thanks.
No, I literally said the words that we theorize too much when we say that we know what's in the box. Not that we think we know what's in the box, not that we have a theory on what's in the box. We
That-
say the words we
No.
know what's
What-
in the box.
But I do know what's in the box.
And that is...
The Master of Masters memories.
Okay...
Because Roxas doesn't have memories. Or not Roxas. Ventus doesn't have memories of being Ventus.
Okay, well that took a convoluted turn.
Because
The box somehow is something that is going to
what do you mean
remind-
somehow? Nominate.
The box is somehow something that is going to remind Ventus that he is Luciu.
No. His physical memories are in there.
the fact
What,
that
what
we're
do you mean physical?
There is a
memories?
card, like Chain of Memories, in
No.
the box.
No.
the fact that we're able
Oh,
to.
Jesus.
The fact that we are
No.
able to do this for this long is scary. How long have we been recording?
Hour and 24 minutes?
This has basically been all we've talked about for most of the recording.
No.
Yes!
You
Jesus
had
Christ.
me, and then you got me with this. Oh, there's a card in the box. As if this power is a thing that we had in the past.
Sure it was. We time traveled.
So what? You're telling me that at some point, Mom walked up to Nominee and said, "Hey, I need you to take my memories and turn it into a card."
Why not?
Why would he remember what to do afterwards?
Because he does later.
I thought Cerberus was dead in like all forms. Oh wait, we're in the other world. That actually makes a lot of sense.
So if we're going with that,
I thought such and such was dead. Oh wait,
No,
this
I
is
don't
where
know.
dead
I don't
people
know if
go.
it was actually nominated because I'm not sure if I can make that make sense. But
I was about to say, if we're just going full stop, who's to say a person who had powers over memories didn't
Stop
have
encouraging
substantially
him.
exist?
Stop encouraging
And he
him.
bumped into their ass and got them to help with this bullshit?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we can just create things out of memories. So why can't we just take memories out of our brains?
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, now that we actually know what the box is for, how do you guys feel about the story? I know that has nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts 2, but in this part we were discussing theories about the box far before it was actually revealed what it does. And now that we know what it does, I think the story is an even more convoluted mess. But my rough guess on how the box would work is not far off from what it actually turned out to be. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave some comments. If you want to keep up with our videos, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell. And if you follow me on social media, that helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all next time.